Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 11 of Let's Play Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, the Astra Militarum Commander, where we are currently on our Voidship, and we're going to find... Ooh. We can go to the Lord's Captain's Quarters. There's also someone we need to talk to in there, Evane. I think he's somewhere around... I actually don't know where he is, so let's see if we can find Evane, because we know that we've got to talk to him, because he said he would be on our ship. So there's Adira. We don't need to talk to Adira. Bridge officers. We've got our technomats. There's nothing that way for us. Let's see if he's in our. Let's see if he's in the captain's quarters. I didn't even know we could go to our captain's quarters. Better have been cleaned after Theodora was murdered. I don't personally want this to be unclean. So what's this? The position of the pieces of the board suggests the game of regicide was interrupted. The winner was never determined. The glinting of the display weapons is mesmerizing. You've never seen many of these articles before. Can I just take some of those, please? The fine sculptures made from strange metals to absorb any rays of light. This one. This urges of this world a name. The text was some heading looks noticeably faded. It appears to be the prayer book has kept open on this page for a very long time. Yes, my desk. Okay, so there is a... Okay, so what's this? Ticking of the clock is too quiet for his bulky side. Yeah, this is the Shrine of Remembrance. Which, I'm assuming... Yeah, here's where my name is. Cool. And we've got our... Got a vault with nothing in it. I'm assuming... I'm trying to find where my foundry... There we go. I was about to say, where's all my unique stuff that we got for my... of purchasing the game, you know, thing. We've got the Wrath of St. Drusus. We got any... Did we get a lasgun in that? Got the Diviner's Staff. We've got the Mark of a Ruler. Well, actually, what does that do compared to what I've got? I kind of like that. So I'm going to take that myself. I'll take that for myself and we'll put... Oh, I can take both. Perfect. I was going to say, the other one is definitely good. This cloak. I kind of like the cloak I've got, but I think maybe Abelard will be good for this one. Oh, no. Actually, he's got the Endure cloak, hasn't he? We'll leave the cloak he's got for now. Navigate the Negotiator's pistol. We've then got the Heirloom auto pistol. We've got the Blast Wave, which is not as good as my shotgun, but it is a shotgun. Keep it there for now. I was kind of hoping there was a lasgun in there, but there isn't. That's a shame. The Negotiator pistol, though, is as good as my well-maintained lasgun. You know what? I'm going to take that pistol, and I'm going to take the Sword of St. Drusus, and we're going to run around with this for now, I think. Because the normal chainsword is technically better, but I think the Sword of St. Drusus is going to be fun for now. So what does this cloak look like as well? Looks really cool. It's a shame it's not as good. I think the Mantle of Heroism is going to be better for us. The Heirloom pistol, the Heirloom auto pistol, is better than the improved auto pistol she has. Wait. Sorry, let me read that. This auto pistol can be used by the wielder if it has the dual weapon combat talent. Do that and we'll I don't know if she has the dual weapon combat. Actually, does she have the dual weapon combat talent? That's a feature. No, she does not. So we should probably not throw... That's me, not her. Features, that's Adira Joe. Bolt weapon. Oh no, she does have dual weapon combat. Perfect. So let's finish looking at our room. The bookshelves is packed with ancient books, piles of paper, and tomes. Some with our desk. The lighter, light glint off the polished skull, and then Xenos makes your bony face. Okay, let's put some stuff in the vault quickly. We're gonna chuck in the vault this cloak that I need. Blast wave. I'll leave those in there for now. Let's have a look at the rest of our room. I'm kind of surprised that Evan isn't in here. My lovely bathroom. The water's calming murmurs and the warm steam feel implacably deceptive. A moment of weakness and rest promises nothing but danger. To be a what's it called? A rogue trader. A cracked data slate. The final transactions with the chartist are complete. The fiery reckoning is now fully equipped. The object has been loaded aboard with its containment intact and placed in the forebay to ensure maximum contact with the target. Coordinates sent and received by the bridge. Target estimate time of arrival system. The fiery reckoning and the crew servitor. Okay, so that's. I feel like that's important. What's this? Unfinished letter. His jargon is irrelevant. Voidship's mistake cost me too much. Years of work, tremendous resources, all wasted. He has failed at which he was supposed to be irreproachable at. Uncovering spies, and this one was a senior officer. I'm not about to discard him. Kunrad has served me for too long for his removal to go painlessly for the Protectorate. Besides, he is no fool. He could not have seriously expected to become the next in the Von Valancius line when his skills and talents and Master's Whispers are so valuable. Let his disinheritance serve as a humiliating but instructive lesson from which he may yet learn. So that's obviously the reason why he betrayed her, is because he obviously lost his ability to be the heir to the Von Valancius. But apparently his blood was too weak anyway, so that's interesting. The long dead eyes of the fierce monster forever captured the fear and pain of its final moments. Okay. That's everything. I assumed Evane would be in here, but we got some cool stuff, so let's get back to our bridge. And we'll go to the next place if we cannot find Evane for another quick just run around. Okay, there's the Vox Master. Our Master Helmsman. Did we talk to Ravor? No, we didn't. The tall man before you appears to be woven from tendons and muscles. Blue veins snake under his white, almost dove-colored skin, and his scalp and chin are covered in cropped white hair. His neck and shoulders are wrapped in wires and hint at the presence of neural connectors under his uniform. The officer's face seems to be twisted in a perpetual grimace of annoyance and anger, but he greets you with a respectful nod. Lord Captain, Master Helmsman Ravor at your service. Remind me, who are you? I'm the Master Helmsman, Lord Captain. I stand at the wheel of this your vessel, and by commands of the idiots who tend to its related systems. In layman's terms, I'm the one who stops us from running into an asteroid or a disruptive gravitational wave when we're traveling through the war void. Did you control the ship in real space? I wish that was my only job. I have to steer her through the warp too, but most of the credit for that goes to the navigator. The warp's a nightmare, always tossing up something new. All my years at the helm, they count for nothing in there. My part's small enough, I just monitor our systems, follow the charted route, and I don't kick up a fuss when new orders come from the navigator's sanctum. Real space, now that's where I keep my eyes peeled. Gravitational anomalies, void current, hard radiation, that kind of shit shows up everywhere. Thank the Emperor, the augurs on this vessel are holding up, and so far we've been able to spot if something bad's coming our way. Who are these idiots you are in charge of? There are too many to list them all. Tech priests from the Engineerum, voidsmen from the auger decks, the work-shy fools on the bridge. I'd hear for every last one of them flogged. They all need a wake-up call. They need to be whipped into shape, or else the ship will be going nowhere. Or even worse, it'll go somewhere we don't want it. That's enough for now. Right, you are, Lord Captain. You're a Voidborn, are you not? That I am. Born into a helmsman clan in the bowels of the chartist vessel. Studied the family trade until I was 15. Then my entire clan was butchered in the mutiny by lower-hold scum. They spared the young ones, of course, they did. Kids with implanted connectors make great navigational servitors, but I was not having none of it. They weren't going to make me a servitor out of me, so I escaped into the crawlways, and then I spent months picking them off, one after the other. Ravor stops abruptly. You got me talking up a storm. Anyway, yes, I'm a Voidborn. Finish your story, Ravor. Rather stay silent for a few seconds. Not much to tell. I getted everyone I could get to, and I fled upwards to the middle decks. That's where the auger operators took me under their wing. They have apprentice helmsmen of their own up there, you see. Nobody asked me any questions, so I stayed. I grew up, trained, got smarter, then ended up a junior helmsman. A dozen years later, Danrock spotted me and lured me away, the cheeky blighter. You know anything about a ship named the Fiery Reckoning? Ravel winces in pain. I've heard the name. That much I'm sure of, but I can't recall the details. I wonder if it was part of that operation that the late Mort was put in charge of. If it was, then there's nothing I can tell you, Lord Captain. The whole thing was kept under wraps. Your best chance would be to ask the High Factorum. Maybe some of his treasury records have mentioned the Fiery Reckoning. You see, you're not a gregarious sort. Ravel's eye twitched, which make the grimace on his face even uglier. Have I done something to displease the Lord Captain? On the contrary, you're the first person on this bridge who's not tripping over themselves to lick my boot. The henchman's perpetually twisted mouth twitches as if he's trying to smile. It looks sinister rather than friendly. Oh yeah? Well, I'm presently surprised myself that you aren't having me flogged for insubordination. But wonders never cease. Rather points to the cables around himself. Connecting wires. Once they go into the control panel, I become one with the ship. Except the bloody cogs messed up the wires, stimulus injectors, and connectors when they implanted them. They twisted the wires the wrong way or burned something in my noggin. Anyway, I can't sleep. It just doesn't happen anymore. It's been 30 years of non-stop stimulants and a splitting headache, so you'll forgive me if I'm not all smiles, Lord Captain. Tell me about the Voidborn. Ravel winces and rubs his temple. Lord Captain, I mean no disrespect, but you'd better find someone else with a knack for conversation. Like Ptolemy, the new Vox Master. I ain't the talking type. I just get the ship where we need to go. Best let folks stick to what they do best. What can you tell me about the other officers? Good for nothing wasters, that's what they are. Each and every one. Take Janus Danrock, that highborn weasel. He fawns over the officers, but some of the deals he makes would get him burned alive. He drags other people into his schemes so they take the fall for him. One of my junior helmsmen was ferrying goods from Footfall for him. Got caught by the Seneschal, ended up in the Void Hatch. Danrock couldn't care less. The Voxmaster, another Ptolemy like the last one. Void rest him, is no better. He cut off half the Vox channels on the day she took up her post. Said the Vox systems were damaged and the Engineering had no contact with other modules. But how am I supposed to steer the ship? Like the cogs reports with the power of my mind? First off, with Wesleyan, I can't stand him. Like every Navy officer I've ever met, he doesn't know a thing about controlling the vest on the Void. But he puffs himself up all the same and throws his weight around. Me and him have had to have words a few times before he left me alone. Thank the Emperor, Lady Theodora trusted me more than the Seneschal when it came to helming a Voidship. Then there's that woman, what's her name? Tlas? Lady Theodora brought her along whenever she went. And look what happened to her. I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out that witch had delivered her to an early grave. Just like the countless souls before. I don't see why anyone would want that walking calamity on their ship. But some would disagree. They say she's friends with young Ptolemy, you know. Or at least she used to be. Tell me, do you like anyone at all? Ravel looks perplexed. What kind of question is that? I like you. And Lady Theodora before you. Where would I be if I was making cracks about the rogue trader? I don't want to die just yet. I must take my leave. Captain. Right, so that's I like Ravel. He's he's probably the best character because he just doesn't give a shit about anyone other than, like, you know, his job, and he just seems to be generally very much just like, leave me the fuck alone and the job will get done. So yeah, I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't see what's his. Okay, that's a dead servitor. We're just gonna pretend. We're just gonna assume that's normal. Let's go back to the Koronus Expanse, and I'm gonna have a quick drink because, oh my god, so much talking. We're gonna go to Urak 5 next, and then we'll eventually go to Rykard Minoris. Second, before I read this, just a quick drink. Lord Captain, sorry to disturb you. Victus pauses as if listening to something. It's pandemonium outside the bridge gate. One of the officers seems to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I hear Master Versian's voice. In any case, I wanted to warn you in advance. Well, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? I wonder what they want. The everyday sound of the bridge are disrupted by voices raised in anger. Abelard's voice is the loudest of all. This is not the conduct of an officer. These are the antics of a highborn brat out on a lark. Explain yourself, Lieutenant. The young woman standing before Abelard strives with all her might not to quail under the onslaught of her superior's anger. She falters, but then manages to look him in the eye and say, I apologize, sir, but I must speak to the Lord Captain. Very well, Lieutenant. You may address the Lord Captain, not least because I see you already seen fit to disturb him. Your unauthorized appearance on the bridge and display of belligerence towards a higher-ranking officer will be logged on your personnel file without delay. Lord Captain, Lieutenant Avril Vent, requesting permission to speak. Vent falls silent and then adds rashly, on a matter of extreme importance and urgency. You may speak, but I want to hear a report, not a shouting match. Having two officers bickering in full view of the bridge is unacceptable. I am sorry, Lord Captain. I thought the drastic times called for drastic measures, Vent exclaims hotly. This matter cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault will be dispatched to the lower decks and the orders to crush the workers strike by any means necessary. But I am convinced that the step is unwarranted, and that the crisis itself was provoked by the actions of one of the senior officers. Vent is almost trembling with tension as she delivers her speech, her face extremely pale. Abelard, in no hurry to intervene, lets out a skeptical huff. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the action of Sensual Veteran, and to intervene in what's happening in the lowest decks, because very soon we'll have a mutiny or a massacre on our hands. Vent reels off the last words as though she knows them by heart. She has clearly been preparing to say them for some time. When she is finished, she casts an anxious glance at Abelard and then at you. There's an insurrection in the making aboard my ship, and no one has informed me. I would not deem it a problem worthy of the Rotrager's attention. The lower decks, as it so happens, are in revolt. 30-some years ago, we even had a revolutionary leader rise up who dared to establish workers' rule across the entire ship. It took a month to restore order, but even 8 years later, we were still battling rumors that the hero had survived his execution and were on the verge of gathering people to fight against tyranny once more. Abelard scoffs. Needless to say, the rumors were baseless. As for the current situation, we have sufficient enforcers to deal with it. But on this ship, the words of the Lord Captain carries more weight than a salve from 100 bolters. I'm sure the rogue trader addresses the malcontents directly. He will quell the unrest. I dread to think what problem you will disturb the rogue trader with next. Perhaps you will ask the Lord Captain to break the brawls in the mess room. I've already given you the means to resolve this problem. You simply need to use them. If I may, your lordship, sending a hit squad to crush a rebellion is a means of ignoring the problem, not solving it. How did this all start? The situation could boil over at any minute, so I'll give you the condensed version. It all began when the enforcers found a cultist amulet on the body of someone who'd been killed in a drunken brawl. We reported it to the chamber immediately, arranged for a cleansing rite to be performed, and opened an investigation. No heretics have been found alive, but the search has brought tension between enforcers and workers to a head. And where does Sensual Version come into all this? I shall explain. Abelard intones grimly. I beg you to hurry, time is running out. I will not hurry. Since my competence is under scrutiny, I shall speak for as long as I see fit. There is an established order to the way things are done on this ship, and one of the pillars of that system is the rogue trader's attention is not distracted by trivial matters. It is Essential's role to ensure that. I have always handled internal problems myself, so, of course, when I received information about cultists holding on the lower decks, I took matters in hand. So as long as I live, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodora von Valancius shall find refuge on her ship. We're far too heavy-handed, Sensual Wesian. Arrest, interrogation, mass punishment for entire sectors. It has driven people to the brink. Bent says bitterly. Now there is a strike on the lower decks, in Depot 4, to be precise. 3 worker clans are involved, but many more are passively supporting them. The situation could degenerate to an all-out insurrection, but when I reported my concerns, the only response I received was an order to dispatch an assault unit and crush the strike with maximum force. Abelard, what do you have to say to all this? I see no need to add anything. I acted within the remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interest of your protectorate and your personal safety. If you wish to confirm the recticide... I hate words. I'm so bad with some words. For my actions, yourself, I have no objections. For my part, I urge the Lord Captain to go down to the lower deck, stop the assault unit, and speak directly to the people. You will see that they are not lying or harboring heretics. That way you will stop the uprising before it begins. What is Depot 4? Depot 4 is one of the poorest sectors on the lowest decks. It is home to the clans of general laborers. They are not as valuable to the ship as the families who have served in its specialized systems for generations. They are an easily replaceable resource, and one which is now more besides giving succor to cultists and medians of the archenemy. Deeper 4 is pouring trouble, but at the worst that means drunken fights and illegal rogtug brewing. We've handled the workers of Deeper 4 in the past. We would have done so again if the crackdown on Deeper 4 hadn't been so harsh. And another important point to bear in mind, the problem is not limited to this sector. Located on one of the most populated lower decks, and everything that happens there has a knock-on effect to all the neighboring sectors. I am certain the Seneschal was acting within his authority, but I will verify the soundness of his decisions myself. Front preserve you, Lord Captain. I thank you for your support. Abelard grits his teeth slightly, an enterprise bordering on sophomoric, but please yourself, Lord Captain. However, I categorically insist that I escort you. Yeah, we'll take everyone. I mean, I trust Abelard intrinsically, but at the same time, I think it is makes a lot of sense for like an iconoclastic type ruler to, you know, at least want to investigate properly.
Let the faith guide my path to
Greetings, your graces. Hey, it's Rizarin. Take that scum. Abelard reflexively wipes the sweat from his brow in a startling human gesture and a telling one. A rare moment where he allows his age and weariness to show through his armor-like veneer of self-assurance. The lower decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I dearly regret that we cannot replace all the locals with servitors. The people dare to respect a senior officer. They would not have the chance to express such disrespect if we were not here, and if the situation had been dealt with by the relevant officers. Abelard grimaces. It is a junior officer's worst failing to pass problems up the chain of command. I have never been able to abide it. I shall say it again. It was a mistake to come here on Lieutenant Vent's whim, Lord Captain. I must admit that the lieutenant is by no means the worst material for an officer. Abelard adds peevishly, but in the name of terror, the girl is the same age as my eldest great-granddaughter, and she has the gall to tell me how to manage the lower decks and hunt down cultists. It'll be another 20 years at least before she can be trusted to act without oversight. Did you hear? They were shouting your name. Of course they were. The organization of the daily routine of life of this ship rests upon my shoulders. The mountain of challenges and problems from which I endeavor to insulate you, Lord Captain. The situation on the lower decks has been a cause for concern, and I have intervened personally on more than one occasion. That must be why they remember me. They do not know your face. To them, you are akin to a creature of legend, one who has stood on the steps of the Golden Throne, no less. Whereas I am the man whose name is attached to every order docking rations or lowering a bay's heating. Let's keep moving. We need to get to the bottom of this. No one will disrespect my officers. Something's resembling a nest made out of thermal insulation on the material. This must be where workers sleep in between shifts.
Know your duty.
I want to play with the valve. I won't let me. That sucks. Well, let's keep moving.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
A huge pipe. The arteries of the ship run through many bays, delivering air, heat, water heat, and all that. You still need to see your purpose in coming here. Well, we're coming here because we're interested in what the hell they're doing, Abelard. Relax, old man. Going for a stroll on the lower decks every once in a while is good for you. Let's see how the simple folk live.
I forged my destiny among the stars.
The sounds of a heated discussion reverberate through the ship's bays. Lieutenant Avrilla Vent of the ship's enforcers is bearing the path of a heavily built assault unit officer. And judging by their expressions and tone, the standoff has dragged on for some time already and has reached a boiling point. I have my orders to put an end to the unrest and purge this sector. You can take your orders and shove them. This is my deck and my sector. There are only 3 people who can waltz in here without my express permission. The first officer, the rogue trader, and the Emperor himself. Not all my lessons have fallen on deaf ears. Abelard mutters in a crabby approval. He does not clarify whether he means Lieutenant Vent or the officer looming over, or both. Your lordship, noticing you, the 2 junior officers snap to attention and salute, their subordinates following suit a moment later. What's the situation? Your lordship, my people have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders. We have a situation under control as far as resources allow. We have encountered some locals on our way here. Their conduct was outrageous. They even tried to throw things at us. Vent paled slightly. The people are getting desperate, clearly. They saw the assault unit and they decided they had nothing left to lose. I mean, I apologize, Lord Captain. It is outrageous. I'm sure the people simply didn't recognize you. It wouldn't have occurred otherwise. We will deal with them once this current situation is resolved. Is that all you have to say? Are you sure you're worthy of an officer's rank, Lieutenant Vent? Vent pales slightly, but straightens up and clips out. Forgive me, Lord Captain. I will take steps to ensure such a thing does not happen again. You know what? I give the assault unit permission to open fire. You will crush the seeds of insurrection with full force. Abelard frowns and pitches his voice so low that his words do not reach the junior officers, and it was worth leaving the bridge for this. You could have issued the order from there. Unit commander gives the signal as the first to raise his weapon. Yes, sir. Lieutenant Vent turns deathly pale, her eyes wide with fear, but her lips are clamped in a firm line. You want to mow down everyone in Depot 4. You'll have to start with me. Vent, stop. This is treason. Sorry, I've let everybody down. It's not clear her words refer to Abelard, her commanders, or the striking workers who are now doomed to die. Vent reaches forward and grabs the barrel of the soldier's weapon.
The impure cannot escape their fate.
Oh my god, I get to join the purging? It's a gift! The gift of purging! Yay! I should probably not enjoy the fact that we're about to purge an entire sector so much, but fuck it. I'm looking forward to this. Purge the heretics! I mean, they even look like heretics, and you're telling me they're not heretics? I'm sorry, they're clearly heretics. I'm just saying now, they're definitely heretics. Also, why are you not using your bolter? Can't actually get her to a position I want her to be in, so we'll run her up to here.
Guided by faith.
Yeah, what's a bit of as they say, what's a little bit of hitting your own people? Oh, I can't run and gun. Shit. Let's use Furious Recital. Get her sparking up. Got a stager. Yeah, they're gonna kill those guards easily. There's too many of them, but I have a crap ton of weapons, so it's like I have a crap ton of damage, so it'll be fine. There's some of them. Okay, I thought she had 31 damage health there. I was about to say 31 damage would be a little bit too much.
I'm not so sure.
Oh, if she can't see anyone, then I'll just end the turn. If she can't see anyone, she's not going to use to me. Yeah. Shotgun those pieces of shit. Malachi, if you go here, you can see quite a lot of people. You know what? I'm gonna go up to here. I'm gonna do a charge because I've got a chain blade now. I surprisingly have a better chance of shooting about there.
I will not.
Perfect. What's this? Oh, that is mine. We'll put that there for now. I'm going to run and gun.
Commands.
Gonna go here, and I'm gonna use my chain blade.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Yeah, boy. I'm getting into the... So the reason we're doing this is, if you remember correctly, we're going to go down the archetype eventually of Arch Militant. So, again, I'm basically just getting myself ready for Arch Militant. I'm going to go to about... Yeah, go there. And then charge into that one. And then with your spare... oh, you actually have to... You only use... Okay, that's... I forgot it's an auto pistol, so he only does, You know what? Fuck it. Oh, wait, no, they have, like, there's, like, 0% chance to do anything against most of these, so, yeah, don't waste your time.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Did you just shoot Abelard? Oh, look at that. The guards here, they're doing some absolute, you know... absolute, you know, the Emperor's work.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Okay, you just shot the rogue trader, so you should be executed, just saying. Oh, that's a fucking beautiful shot. Rending shotgun, oh, that was just beautiful. One squad commander, get yourself involved. Alright, Sister Argenta, let's move you. If you go there, you can actually see them, so we'll do that. You have a 30% chance. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do. Yeah, fuck it. There we go. Yes, Argenta, you absolute legend. You know what? Let's use this. I want to see if you can kill that one as well. You got a 10% chance. It was worth trying. Adira, just move up for now and kill them.
No!
I like that. Am I satisfied? Yeah, I feel pretty good now. Yeah, we'll take all that. Got some shotguns. So, there should be a way of seeing what he said. This is complete bedlam. Are you satisfied, Lord Captain? Then may I suggest we leave the circus and discuss everything en route? I mean, can I not just have some fun? Is that too much to ask?
The whispers told me how.
Gauge shows the steam pressure on this pipe close to the maximum. However, it does not reach the bars. Okay. Have a quick look around. Ooh, some goods. See? The Abelard, we wouldn't have these goods if you keep pushing me around. Well, not pushing me around, but tell me what to do. Oh, wait, you can turn valves. Interesting. I want to turn this one then. I don't know what turning these valves are going to do. And also, the only reason this part is going a little bit longer, guys, is because unfortunately, I don't have the time to record the next part today because I need to actually get some sleep, even though I've actually been asleep for a really long time.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Which is really annoying because I'm getting really unproductive at the moment, but it is what it is. Nothing happens. What about this one?
The Emperor gave me a vision. With each step,
there's a door here. Let's quickly go through it.
Among the stars.
As they say, I want to get all the goods possible.
We are bound.
What's this? So the box string is scratched letters run along the edge. Different first names with the same surname. It looks like the box has been passed down generation from generation. That's nice, I guess.
So divine watches over us.
That's all we're going to do. Okay, we go. Stopping unexpectedly, Abelard imperiously dismisses the unit a stand at the distance. And addresses your other companion saying, I have an urgent matter to discuss with Lord Captain. Please give us a moment. Abelard looks at you, and his last vestige of restraint vanished. Well, you pleased with your investigation, Lord Captain? You made a harsh but necessary decision, but before that, you danced to the tune of a panicking junior officer. You put your life at unnecessary risk in the midst of a potential uprising, and your actions triggered everything that followed. If you hadn't given Lieutenant Vent false hope and then snatched it away again, you wouldn't have snapped. You had no business going anywhere near the lower decks. Is that how you see your future at the helm of the Von Vlanch's protectorate? Do not speak to your Lord Captain in that tone. I am obligated to speak thus. Who else can point out your errors and offer you counsel? You know what, there is some truth to your criticism. I should say so, Abelard heaves a sigh, but he visibly relaxes. You simply needed to trust me. I would have handled the situation myself had you not decided to intervene, Abelard says irascibly. Remember, Lord Captain, Theodora, do you think she ever set one slippered foot on the lower decks? No, she did not. Such matters were left to myself and the junior officers, while she dedicated herself to the grand designs for the Protectorate, as any true strategist and rogue trader ought. I would only be too willing to trust in my seneschal and not fill my head with such matters, but the situation had spiraled out of your control, Abelard. Abelard's face relaxes slightly. You're right. at least as the concerned junior officer making complaints directly to you. And Abelard stands straight at attention. I lost my temper, Lord Captain. I believe I ought to explain myself. Abelard speaks slowly, the words not coming easily to him. The prosperity of the Von Valanche's protectorate is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish, and it was the most momentous decision of my life. I did because I saw in Lord Captain Theodore's deeds the sign of true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds. They create order out of anarchy. They create... That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. So I left behind everything I had known, everything my family had known. I come from a long line of officers, and I embarked upon this incredibly reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodora entrusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. She would go off on her flagship for long periods to distant frontiers, on scouting voyages, and the advancement of the entire protectorate rested on my shoulders. And then suddenly, everything that had been built over years and years began to quake, rattling like a flimsy hanger on a seismically active world. There we go. My brain's just not working, guys. I'm sorry. One of those senior officers betrayed us all, and the rogue trader was killed, and who knows what else is happening on the planet. I tell you this honestly, without fear of appearing weak. All this has come as a grievous blow to me. I am not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I am duty-bound to aid the new rogue trader, to aid you, find your footing as quickly as possible, and to do that I must insulate you from problems that in the past have been dealt with by tried and tested procedures set out on the ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago and have functioned smoothly for decades cannot be suddenly deemed excesses to requirements. You know what? The prosperity of the Von Valanche's protectorate is just as important to me. You're the only person who has comprehensive knowledge of how things are run on this ship. I think in future I will follow your recommendations. Abelard dips his head in a sign of assent. The shadows of incredible strain, which evidently had been wearing on him for some time, finally lifts from his face. I am glad you see the value of the foundation laid by your illustrious predecessor. Why fix what isn't broken? As for me, I shall endeavor not to cause you any further consternation, Lord Captain. And now, please let us leave the lower deck. If the rogue trader decides to stretch his legs, there are far more suitable places. But unfortunately, we're gonna have to end this part here. So if you guys enjoyed, if you guys did enjoy, please do follow me on YouTube. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a share. But most importantly, guys, stay safe. Have a great day. Join the channel memberships if you're interested, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys then.